Hello students, good morning to all. So once again, welcome back to PVKK free EAMCET coaching. In this session, we are going to talk about second chapter in first year chemistry, classification of elements. Why do you need of classification of elements? So how many periodic laws? Next one, what is periodicity? What is the periodic properties? Next one is the classification of block elements. Next one is the ionization energy, first and second. So next one is the oxides, variation in groups and the periods. So మన జనరల్ గా EAMCET పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ లో సో ఈ చాప్టర్ నుండి రేడియస్, atomic radius, next one electronegativity, ionization energy, electron affinity. సో వీటి మీద ఎక్కువగా క్వశ్చన్లు రిపీటెడ్ గా వస్తున్నాయి. ప్రీవియస్ పేపర్స్ ని అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఎక్కువగా వీటి మీద ఈ టాపిక్స్ సబ్ టాపిక్స్ మీద ఎక్కువగా మనకి క్వశ్చన్స్ రావడం జరుగుతుంది. దట్స్ వై వి నీడ్ టు ఫోకస్ దిస్ సబ్ టాపిక్ ఫ్రమ్ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. atomic radius, ionic radius, electronegativity, ionization energy, next one electron affinity and nature of oxides. వీటి మీద ఎక్కువ మనం కాన్సంట్రేట్ చేస్తే ఈజీగా మనం EAMCET పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ లో ఈజీగా మనం క్వశ్చన్ ని అటెంప్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే రైట్. సో లెట్ us move on to first objective from this chapter. Which of the following has the highest electronegativity? Right. Option A, sodium, natrium, simple Na. Option B, chlorine, so belonging to halogen element. Option C, potassium, kalium, symbol K, belonging to alkali metal. Option D, boron, belonging to boron family. First we read to once again given question, which of the following has the highest electronegativity? ఈ క్లాసిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఈ చాప్టర్ నుండి కాన్సెప్చువల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ రావడం జరుగుతుంది. అంటే ఈజీగా అటెంప్ట్ చేయొచ్చు మనం క్వశ్చన్. ఓకే రైట్. సో ఫస్ట్ వి లెర్న్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద టర్మ్ ఆఫ్ electronegativity. The term of electronegativity. What is electronegativity? The tendency of an element or atom to attract the shared paired electrons towards to itself in a molecule. So ఏదైనా ఒక మాలిక్యూల్ లో ఒక ఆటమ్ షేర్డ్ పైర్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ని అట్రాక్ట్ చేసే నేచర్ ని మనం ఎలక్ట్రోనెగటివిటీ గా తీసుకుంటాం. రైట్. Let us consider one example. Electronegativity. For example, hydrogen fluoride molecule. Hydrogen atom and a fluorine atom. Fluorine is the more electronegative atom due to these shared paired electrons attract towards to fluorine. That's why fluorine is more electronegative atom in a hydrogen fluoride. So I repeat once again, what is electronegativity? The tendency of an atom to attract the shared electron pair towards to itself in a molecule is called electronegativity. Here fluorine is more electronegative atom in a hydrogen fluoride molecule. Right. So Given four option, so A sodium, B chlorine, and C potassium, and D boron. Right. Sodium is a first A group element. Okay, right. So chlorine is a seventh A group element, and potassium is also first A group element. And the next one, D option D, third A group element. Right. So here consider the general electronic configuration of first A group NS1, yes or no? Outermost shell NS1. Next one, halogens, 7th A group, the general electronic configuration NS2, NP5, NS2, NP5. Next one, potassium also, first A group, general electronic configuration NS1. So boron third A group elements, general electronic configuration NS2, NP1, right? So here NS1, so lose of one electron, it is converted to electropositive ions, right? So then octet rule, followed octet rule. So first A group elements అన్ని కూడా ఏమవుతాయంటే అవుటర్ మోస్ట్ షెల్ నుండి one electron లాస్ అయ్యి octet rule ఫాలో అయ్యి మోర్ స్టేబుల్ గా ఉంటాయి. సో లాస్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ కాబట్టి ఫస్ట్ A group elements except hydrogen and francium alkali metals ఇవన్నీ కూడా electropositive metals first A group. Next one chlorine NS2NP5. So how many unpaired electron in general electronic configuration of halogens? Only one electron required to octet group followed octet group. One electron gain is the NS2NP6 గా కన్వర్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఇది octet rule follow అవుతుంది. That's why these are more stable, more electronegative atoms, elements in the long form of periodic table. Next one, potassium belonging to 1A and third A. So required how many electrons? 5 electrons to follow octet group. That's why finally we can conclude the highest electronegative atom. So in this given four option, so we can correct answer chlorine. Okay, right. Highest electronegative atom. Halogens. First one is the fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Correct? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine. Astatine, radioactive. Right. So take a screenshot. Okay, shall we move on to another object? Which of the following is the correct order of ionic radius? Okay. Option A, sodium plus ions less than 2 Mg plus 2 less than 2 Al plus 3 less than 2 silicon plus 4, right? Option B, aluminium plus 3 less than 2 silicon plus 4 less than 2 sodium plus ions less than 2 Mg plus 2 ions. Option C, silicon plus 4 cations. Next, less than aluminium plus 3 ions. Greater than to Mg plus 2. Next one, greater than to sodium plus ions. Option D, sodium plus ions greater than to magnesium plus 2 ions, greater than to aluminum plus 3 ions, so greater than to silicon plus 4 ions. Important objective. Which of the following is the correct order of ionic radius? So first, what is ionic radius? What is atomic radius? First we learn what is atomic radius. The distance between nucleus and electron in the outermost shell of an atom is called atomic radius. So it is a nucleus. So it is a outermost orbit. Electron present in the outermost shell or orbit. The distance between the nucleus and electron, the electron in the outermost shell of an atom is called atomic radius. Right. Atomic radius is denoted by small r. So what is ionic radius? What is ionic radius? It is defined as of an atom the distance between the nucleus and the electron in the outermost shell of an ion. Okay, ion lo, so electron ki nucleus ki madhya undetvanti distance ni ionic radius. Ion lo aithe ionic radius, atom lo aithe atomic radius. Okay, right. Atomic radius classified into 3 types. Atomic radius classified into 3 types. First one is the crystal radius or metallic radius. Second one is the covalent radius. Third one is the van der Waals radius. First one is the crystal radius. Second one covalent radius. Third one van der Waals radius. Right. What is crystal radius or metallic radius? Of the internuclear distance between the nucleus and between the nucleus, internuclear distance between the 2 adjacent metal atoms is called metallic radius. Right. So let us consider 2 sodium atoms. First one is the sodium atom, nucleus and outermost shell. Second one is the second sodium atom, nucleus. So what is a crystal radius? Crystal radius. That is half of the internuclear distance, between the 2 adjacent sodium metals is called crystal radius. Half of the internuclear distance between the 2 adjacent sodium metals is called crystal radius. Right? Okay. Let us move on to second one, covalent radius. Covalent radius. So what is covalent radius? Half of the internuclear distance between the 2 atoms which are bonded by covalent bond. Is called covalent radius. So okay, right. Let us consider Cl2 molecule. Okay, right. Here 2 nonmetals, chlorine nonmetals. So first chlorine atom, second chlorine atom. which are bonded by covalent bond. Which are bonded by covalent. So what is covalent radius? The half of the internuclear distance. Half of the internuclear distance. Half of the internuclear distance between the two adjacent atoms which are bonded by covalent bond is called covalent radius. Right. Third one. So van der Waals radius. So important is manaki. So EAMCET point of view. So దీని మీద కూడా మనకి రిపీటెడ్ గా క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చింది. So van der Waals radius. What is van der Waals radius? Half of the internuclear distance between the atoms by a different molecule. By a different molecule which are bonded by van der Waals bond. Okay, right. So here are two different molecules. For example, it is a Cl2 molecule. So another Cl2 molecule here. Another Cl2 molecule. So the distance of internuclear distance of adjacent atoms by a different molecules. So one molecule, another molecule. So it is the van der Waals radius. Van der Waals radius, right? So crystal radius, covalent radius, van der Waals radius. So order of radius, van der Waals radius greater than 2. Order of radius. So van der Waals radius greater than 2. Crystal radius greater than 2 covalent radius. Right. Important. Okay, right. So we have a little bit idea about ionic radius. Let us move on to discuss. So option A, B, C, and D. Okay, right. Let us solve second objective. So ionic radius. So let us consider a sodium metal. So it is loss of one electron in the outermost shell converted into cation. Yes or no? Yes. So it is the positive charged species. Positive charged species are called cations. Okay, right. Sodium plus ions, positive charged sodium ions, very less, ionic radius is very less than neutral atom. అంటే పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ ఉన్నటువంటి సోడియం ఆటం న్యూట్రల్ సోడియం ఆటమ్స్ తో అయానిక్ రేడియస్ ని కంపేర్ చేస్తే సోడియం పాజిటివ్ ఆటం వెరీ లెస్. సో ఆర్డర్ హియర్ sodium is the neutral atom. Yes or no? Yes. Sodium is the neutral. There is no charge. So greater than 2 sodium plus ionic radius. అంటే పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ ఉన్నటువంటి ఈ సోడియం అయాన్స్ లో అయానిక్ రేడియస్ చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. దేంతో కంపేర్ చేస్తే న్యూట్రల్ సోడియం తో కంపేర్ చేస్తే. ఓకే, రైట్. సో వెరీ లెస్. సో పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్డ్ అయాన్స్ less than neutral atoms, right? Let us move on to discuss. So few ions. So +2, +3, like +4. Here +2 iron +2 charge. Here Fe+3 charge. We have two cations. +2 iron +2 charge and iron +3 charge. Which is more ionic radius, right? We have one condition. So cations are positive charged. So ionic positive charge increases. So then ionic radius decreases. అంటే పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ అనేటువంటిది ఇంక్రీజ్ అయితే అయానిక్ రేడియస్ ఏమవుతుంది నానా? డిక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇది ఇంపార్టెంట్. పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ ఇంక్రీజెస్. Positive charge increases, ionic radius decreases. Right. Okay. Okay, right. Let us move on to discuss anions. Anions lo compare cheyandi. Idi positive ions to anions తీసుకుందాం. Anions lo general గా మనకి so for example chlorine. Chlorine atom is a neutral atom. Gain of one electron. So it is converted to chloride ion, negative ion. So negative charged species are called anion. Positive charged species are called cation. Negative charged species are called so anion. Okay, right. So anions low ionic radius ni compare. Anions low ionic radius ni compare. So anion so charge will be increases, ionic radius also increases. Anion charge increases as well as ionic radius increases. Important. Okay, so positive charge increases, ionic radius decreases. Next anions compare cheste negative charge. Anion nothing but negative charged species, right? Negative charge increases, ionic radius also increases. These two conditions important. So positive charge versus ionic radius. The next to negative charge versus ionic radius. Okay, right. Let us move on to consider so two anions. So here O minus 2 charge and O minus charge ions. Oxygen minus 2 charge, oxygen minus 2 charge. Which is more ionic radius? Which is more ionic radius? As obviously we have condition negative charge increases, ionic radius increases. So ionic radius, so here, so O minus 2 charge is more than oxygen minus 1 charge. Right. Okay, let us consider anion, neutral and cations. Anions ki, neutrals ki, cations compare cheyadam ionic radius. Okay. Cations chusam, anions chusam. Next one ippudu so anion, neutral and cation. వీటిలో కంపేర్ చేద్దాం ionic radius. So we have one example. Iodide ion. Next to iodine. Next one iodine I plus 1. So we have three. So first one is a neutral, iodine neutral, gain of one electron converted to negative charge. So iodine neutral, so loss of one electron converted to positive. Anion, cation, neutral. So వీటిలో ionic radius compare చేద్దాం. Order ni compare చేస్తే so anion is more ionic radius than neutral. Neutral cation to compare cheste neutral so greater than to cation. So important. So ee type of questions వస్తున్నాయి మనకి ionic radius ని బేస్ చేసుకొని important. ఈ కండిషన్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి ఈజీగా మనం సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు. Okay, let us move on to solve the second objective, right? Ionic radius. So first option sodium plus less than Mg plus 2. So the less than 2 Al plus 3 and less than 2 silicon plus 4. Here the positive charge or cation charge increases. Okay, plus 4. So అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందన్న మనకి ionic radius ఏమవుతుంది decrease అవుతుంది. Okay, right. Next one Al plus 3 less than silicon plus 4 less than sodium plus and less than Mg plus 2. Okay, so ఇది కంపేర్ చేస్తే సోడియం ప్లస్ ఇది జిగ్జాగ్ గా ఉంది. సో ఇది ఒక ఆర్డర్ లో లేదన్న పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ cation చార్జ్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ సి సిలికాన్ ప్లస్ 4 less than సో ప్లస్ 1 ప్లస్ నెక్స్ట్ వన్ గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 2. సో ఇది less than and greater than ఉన్నాయి ఇది ఒక ఆర్డర్ లో లేదు. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ సో ఆప్షన్ డి ఏముందన్న sodium plus greater than Mg plus 2 greater than 2 aluminum plus 3 greater than 2 silicon plus 4, right? So here sodium plus 1 and magnesium plus 2 greater than to aluminum plus 3 greater than to silicon plus 4. So ఇక్కడ ఆర్డర్ ఆల్రెడీ మనకు కండిషన్ ని మనం నోట్ చేసుకున్నాం. సో పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ ఏమవుతుంది, క్యాటయాన్ చార్జ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయితే అయానిక్ రేడియస్ ఏమవుతుందా, డిక్రీజ్. ఈ కండిషన్ ని బేస్ చేసుకొని ఆప్షన్ డి కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్, రైట్. సో ఇది పాజిటివిటీ నెగటివిటీ కండిషన్. సో టోటల్ anion న్యూట్రల్ క్యాటయాన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు అయానిక్ రేడియస్. ఓకే, take a screenshot, important objective. ఈ కండిషన్స్ కూడా నోట్ చేసుకున్నాను. పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు రేడియస్ అయానిక్ రేడియస్, నెగటివ్ చార్జ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు అయానిక్ రేడియస్. Okay, right. Shall we move on to solve some next objective? Next objective. Which of the following has the highest first ionization energy? First ionization energy. Right. Very excellent question. Option A, aluminium. Option B, silicon. Option C, potassium. Option D, so phosphorus. Okay. So here highest first ionization energy. Underline the highest ionization, first ionization energy. So what is ionization energy or potential or enthalpy? So ఇది ఆల్రెడీ మనము ఐపీ లెవెల్లో 8 మార్క్స్ క్వశ్చన్ లో మనం స్టడీ చేసినాము ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ లో. వాట్ ఈస్ ionization energy? The statement of first ionization energy, the minimum amount of energy required to remove of electron from a neutral isolated gaseous atom. అంటే ఐసోలేటెడ్ గ్యాసియస్ స్టేట్ లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఒక ఆటం యొక్క ఔటర్ మోస్ట్ షెల్ నుండి ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని ఏం చేయాలన్నా మనము సో రిమూవ్ చేయాలి. రిమూవ్ చేయడానికి కొంత ఎనర్జీ అనేది రిక్వైర్డ్ అవుతుంది. ఈ ఎనర్జీ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఎనర్జీని అయనైజేషన్ ఎనర్జీ అంటారు. రైట్. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, so it is in nucleus, so outermost shell. So electrons here revolving around the nucleus. ఈ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయడానికి కొంత ఎనర్జీ ఏమవుతుందన్న మనకి ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే కొంత ఎనర్జీ రిక్వైర్డ్ అవుతుంది. సో ఈ రిక్వైర్డ్ ఎనర్జీని ఏమంటారంటే అయనైజేషన్ ఎనర్జీ. రైట్. ఓకే. సో the enthalpy required, so ionization enthalpy is so always positive. Endothermic reaction. Endothermic means the chemical reaction will be absorbed some energy. ఏమవుతుందా ఎండోథర్మిక్ అంటే ఎనర్జీ అబ్జార్బ్, పాజిటివ్ change in enthalpy, positive values. Endothermic reaction. Endothermic. Right. Okay. So first ionization energy: aluminium, silicon, potassium, phosphorus. Aluminium is the third A group element. So third A group elements: boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium. General electronic configuration NS2 and P1. So here silicon, carbon, silicon, germanium, lead. So it is a fourth A group element. General electronic configuration NS2 and P2. So first A group elements: potassium, NS1. So sodium, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Fifth A group elements. General electronic configuration NS2 and P3. ఒకసారి general electronic configuration ని observe చేస్తే third group aluminum belonging to third group NS2 NP1. So NS2 NP2 NS1 NS2 NP3. So we have one condition NS2 NP3. So NP3 p orbital having 3 px py pz px py pz, right? So each orbital consisting one electron, 3 unpaired electrons, right? It is a all-field electronic configuration. So it is more stable. So right, we have one condition: fulfilled electronic configuration or off-field electronic configuration is more stable. So more stable ga unnatuvanti electronic configuration undi మనం ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే ఏమవుతుంది నాన్న, మనకి more energy required అవుతుంది. So remaining absorb చేస్తే so generally S1, so S orbital and P orbital same principal quantum number. Here also ఇది off field కాదు నాన్న, so ఇది కూడా off field. Okay, right. So phosphorus is the highest first ionization energy. Due to all field electronic configuration is more stable. That's why more energy required. So okay, take a sketch. Maximum screenshot తీసుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేయండి, కొంత టైం సేవ్ అవుతుంది. Okay, right. Let us move on to discuss which of the following represents the correct order electronegativity. So for option A, phosphorus greater than to oxygen greater than to nitrogen. Option B, nitrogen greater than to phosphorus greater than to oxygen. Option C, oxygen greater than to nitrogen greater than to phosphorus. Option D, nitrogen greater than to oxygen greater than to phosphorus. Okay, right. So electronegativity is a periodic property. What is periodicity? The repetition of properties of elements at regular intervals is called periodic properties. That phenomenon is called periodicity. Electronegativity is a periodic property. Right. In groups lo etla untundante, so in groups lo electronegativity decreases. Group లో ఎట్లా ఉంటుందా electronegativity decreases. Obviously in period electronegativity increases. From left to right, electronegativity in period increases. So in group, from top to bottom, electronegativity decreases. Due to atomic size increases. Here, atomic size decreases. Okay, right. E condition is okay, right. So A, P, phosphorus greater than to oxygen greater than to nitrogen. So we have three elements. So oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Oxygen, so nitrogen and phosphorus. So nitrogen atomic number, so 7. Next one oxygen atomic number 8. So it is a period from left to right. Electronegativity ఏమవుతుందా మనకి? Electronegativity ఏమవుతుంది? So in period increase అవుతుంది due to atomic size decreases. Say okay, right? E condition is found. Electronegativity increases. That's why so oxygen is more electronegativity than nitrogen. Next one remaining ఏమవుతుందా మనకి? Nitrogen, phosphorus same group. So next one nitrogen, phosphorus same group. So finally more electronegative oxygen than nitrogen than phosphorus. So here first one is the oxygen. Oxygen is more electronegativity due to in periods electronegativity from left to right increases. So option C is the right option, right? Okay, oxygen greater than to nitrogen greater than to phosphorus. Right. Take a screenshot. Next objective, the correct order of van der Waals radius, van der Waals VWR, van der Waals radius of fluorine and bromine. Yes, these are halogens. Is fluorine, bromine, iodine halogens. Option A, chlorine greater than to fluorine greater than to bromine. Option B, bromine greater than to fluorine greater than to fluorine. Option C, fluorine greater than to bromine. Next one, option D, bromine greater than to fluorine greater than to fluorine. Right. So we have one condition. Van der Waals radius in groups from top to bottom increases. So increases represented by upward arrow, right? Okay. So we have halogens, fluorine, and bromine. So 78 molecules. So we have group low from top to bottom, van der Waals radius increase. Which is the highest van der Waals radius? Bromine is the highest van der Waals radius due to increases in groups van der Waals radius. So first one is the bromine, next one chlorine, next one fluorine. So put the right mark on B option. Take a screenshot. ఈ కండిషన్ నోట్ చేసుకున్నాను. van der Waals radius in groups from top to bottom increases. Chlorine, chlorine, bromine, van der Waals radius increases. Obviously, bromine is the highest van der Waals radius. Right. Next objective. Element with atomic number 38 belong to so option A, second 2A group A and fifth period. Option B, very simple object conceptual question ఇది మనం ఈజీగా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు. 2A group and second period. C, option C, 58 group elements and second period. Next option D, third A group element and fifth period. So element with atomic number is underlined in atomic number 38. 38 configuration is first we can write the configuration of atomic number 38. 38 Z is equal to 38. So atomic number 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, next one 3d, 10, next one 4p6. ఇక్కడ వరకు కౌంట్ చేయాలా? సో ఇది 10 electrons, next one 10 electrons, ఇక్కడ కూడా total 10 electrons. So it is 6 electrons, total 36. Next one 5s2, 2 electrons. Okay, total 38. So 38 atomic number. So find out JR element. The outermost shell లో మనకి 5s2 అంటే general electronic configuration ns2. అంటే second A group element, 2A group element, second group elements. Okay, right. Second group elements you can find out data. So second A group element fifth. Next one fifth period obviously. So find out చేస్తే టోటల్ ఎన్ని వస్తున్నాయి మనకి 18 ఎలిమెంట్స్ దాన్ని యాడ్ చేసుకుంటే మనకి ఫైండ్ అవుట్ అది 38 ఓకే ఫిఫ్త్ పీరియడ్ అండ్ సో ఒకసారి 38 ఉన్నటువంటి సో 37 ఏంటిదేనా అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. సో ఒకసారి సెకండ్ ఇయర్ గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ లో బెరిలియం, మెగ్నీషియం, కాల్షియం, strontium A. Okay, right. So easily find out. So take a screenshot. Let us move on to another objective. The atomic number of elements so A, comma B, comma C and D. So how many elements given? 4 elements. A, B, C and D. Or Z minus 1, comma Z plus 1 and Z plus 2 respectively. If B element is a noble gases. Noble gas. So B element is a noble gases. Choose the correct answer. From the following statements. So option. So ఇక్కడ మనకి statements 3 statements ఇచ్చిందా. First statement ఏమంటే A element has higher electron affinity. Second statement, C element exists in +2 oxidation state. Next statement, third statement, D element is an alkaline earth metals. Right. Option A 1 and 2. Option B 2 and 3. Option C 1 and 3. Option D 1, 2 and 3. Right? Okay, finally, so this take option A, B, C and how many elements given? 4 elements. A, B, C and D. So B ఏంటిది ఇక్కడ noble gases. Already B ఇచ్చేసి noble gases. So right solution B atom noble gases. Remaining A element, C and D. We can find out. A element Z minus 1. Next one C element Z plus 1. D element Z plus 2. Okay, right. First one A Z minus 1. A Z minus 1 అంటే so 78 group elements minus 1 charge ions fluoride minus 1 chloride minus 1 bromide minus 1 iodide minus 1 charge. Okay, so monovalent anions. So manaki long form of the periodic table lo monovalent cations first A group elements. Lithium plus 1, sodium plus 1. So next one potassium plus 1, rubidium plus 1, cesium plus 1. So monovalent cations first A group elements. Monovalent anions anni kuda seventh A group elements. Fluorine, bromine. Okay, right. So A Z minus 1 kabatti so here seventh A group elements. Next one C వచ్చేసి Here see given Z plus 1. Z plus 1 ante first you group elements. Lose of one electrons for one A group. Next one D Z plus 2. Z plus 2 nothing but second A 2A. So plus 2 charge, beryllium plus 2, magnesium plus 2, calcium plus 2. Okay? Right. So here, so first option is A as higher electron affinity. Z minus 1 halogens anni higher electron affinity. What is electron affinity? Electron affinity, gain enthalpy. So nothing but gain enthalpy. The minimum energy released when an electron added to outermost shell of an isolated neutral gaseous atom. So quite opposite to ionization energy. Ionization energy lo electron ni remove cheyadaniki konta energy required. Ikkada em avutundi electron ni add chestunnam. Electron ni outermost shell lo add cheste konta energy em avutundna release avutundi. So ee released amount of electron affinity. Electron affinity nothing but attraction. Okay, right. Electron affinity, so change in enthalpy is negative charge and exothermic reaction. Electron affinity exothermic reaction, electron endothermic reaction ionization energy. Okay, right. So exothermic lo negative, ionization lo vachesi so positive charge, right? So here C exists in plus 2 oxidation state. C ikkada em avutundana manaki plus 2 అని అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ plus 1 ఏ ఉంది. సో ఇది ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ మనం కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. ఓకే రైట్. D is so an alkali. D is alkaline earth metal. Yes, alkaline earth metal. Right. Option C is the right answer. 1 and 3 is the so correct option. Take a screenshot. Right, students. So we are moving on to next objective from classification of elements. Classification of elements lo మనం ఈజీగా ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ని మనం 100% చేయొచ్చునా. దీంట్లోకి వెళ్ళి మనం మిస్టేక్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఏం లేదు. డైరెక్ట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి, కాన్సెప్చువల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కాబట్టి నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో థియరీని మనం ఒకసారి బాగా రీడ్ చేసినట్లయితే ఈజీగా మనం ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ ని ఈజీగా అటెంప్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. which one of the following order is correct for the first ionization energies of the elements. So ionization energy. So next again repeated next question. So option A, B boron less than 2, beryllium less than 2, nitrogen less than 2, oxygen. So option B, beryllium less than 2, boron less than 2, nitrogen less than 2, oxygen. Option C, boron less than 2, beryllium less than 2, oxygen less than 2, nitrogen. Option D, boron less than 2, oxygen less than 2, beryllium less than 2, nitrogen. Okay, right. First ionization energy. What is ionization energy? The minimum amount of energy required to remove of electron from a neutral isolated. So atom. Isolated gaseous state లో ఉన్నటువంటి isolated atom యొక్క outer most shell నుండి one electron ని remove చేయడానికి కొంత ఎనర్జీ రిక్వైర్డ్ అవుతుంది. ఆ ఎనర్జీని ఫస్ట్ ionization energy. Okay, right. First ionization energy. So here how many elements given? So boron, beryllium, nitrogen, oxygen. Okay, first one beryllium, second A group elements. Boron, third A group elements. Next one nitrogen, 50A group elements. Oxygen, 60A group elements. Right. So Z is equal to 4. Atomic number 5. Next one 7. Next one. So configuration of outermost shell 1s2, 2s2. So here outermost shell 2s2 to P1 outermost shell. Okay, 2s2 to P1. So here 2s2 to P, here 2s2 to P4. So which is the fulfilled and off-filled configuration? First we can identify the fulfilled and off-filled configuration. So beryllium having two s orbitals, fulfilled s orbitals. So that's why s orbital penetration is more than p orbital. So s orbital very close to nucleus. So ఇది first s orbital, next one second one. S orbital, s orbital. Very close. ఇది nucleus కి very close. న్యూక్లియస్ కి చాలా దగ్గరగా ఉన్నప్పుడు న్యూక్లియస్ లో ప్రోటాన్స్ పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్, ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ నెగటివ్ చార్జ్ లో మోర్ అట్రాక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. బాగా అట్రాక్షన్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, మనకి ఆ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ని రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే మోర్ ఎనర్జీ రిక్వైర్డ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, రైట్. సో విచ్ ఇస్ ద హైయెస్ట్ ఫస్ట్ అయనైజేషన్ ఎనర్జీ? సో beryllium, obviously beryllium fulfilled and s orbital is more penetration than p orbital due to s orbital is very closer to nucleus. Nucleus ki దగ్గరగా ఉండడం వల్ల more attraction ఉంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్ రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే more energy required. Okay, right. So beryllium, boron less than 2. So beryllium is more first ionization. Next one nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen having off-field configuration. That's why it is more stable. So more stable. అందుకనే ఇక్కడ మనకి సో వీటి మధ్యలో కంపేర్ చేస్తే సో ఫస్ట్ అయనైజేషన్ నైట్రోజన్ is more. So nitrogen is greater than to oxygen due to nitrogen so having off-field electronic configuration is more stable. Okay, right. So oxygen less than 2. It is the correct option. So here, see, third one, beryllium less than, boron less than to beryllium, less than to oxygen, and less than to nitrogen. Take a screenshot. Okay, students. So very simple objective, only statement. Ninth one. So auto ninth objective. The properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic weight. So underline this one, atomic weight. The periodic law was given by. The periodic law was given by. So option A, Dobereiner. Option B, Lothar Meyer. Option C, Mendeleev. Option D, Alexander. Okay. So we have 5 periodic laws. How many periodic laws? 5 periodic laws. First one is the law of Pratt's by Dobereiner. Second one is the law of octaves by Newlands. Third one is the Mendeleev's law, Moseley's law, and fifth one is the modern periodic law by Niels Bohr, right? So according to Mendeleev, the properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic weight. The periodic law was given by Mendeleev. Next one, Moseley అయితే ఇక్కడ జనరల్ గా ఇది triads, law of triads. Okay, next one, Lothar Meyer curve బేస్ చేసుకొని మనం alkali net halogens curve బేస్ చేసుకొని ఐడెంటిఫై చేయడం. Moseley అయితే జనరల్ గా atomic weight replace చేస్తున్నాం, atomic number ని బేస్ చేసుకొని క్లాస్. Next one, modern periodic law by Niels Bohr, electronic configuration. Atomic number, Moseley, atomic weight, Mendeleev, Niels Bohr, electronic configuration. Right? Thank you, students.